All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and I am in the house with another Shirogorov. Special knife right over here. I got something that you probably, I can safely assume that you won't see this again or ever, because this is a prototype for the Neon Custom Division. Let's check it out. I'm just gonna tackle this bad boy. It's a little bit tight, so when Shiro is tight, you can use this trick. You just pinch the blade like so, right there. Use maybe like, I don't know, maybe you don't have to use like this Sienkiewicz tool, but this, it can have an extreme amount of torque like in this position. So I like to pinch it and just crank it out. So if it doesn't work like that, I'm just gonna, there you go, you see, you can kind of go, just go slow. I like to change the orientation so you have more torque. Just stay stable on the, you see, on the mat, and just angle it. And when it's steady, just crank it open slowly, 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 slowly. There you go. And keep rinse and repeat. So just hold it tight, like so. You see, just slowly, slowly, take your time. You don't want to mess anything up. All right. Slowly, 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 this pivot will come off. So this is a prototype for the custom division Neon. So it doesn't have, let me see, maybe now it's, no, it's still strong. It doesn't have any captive pivot, as you can clearly see. But this is a prototype, so it's something before that. So here you go. I don't know if this thing has ever been opened before, to be honest. Nothing, no. It's all right, guys. Take your time. Don't rush. All right. Now, this thing was cemented down. There we are. So we're going to need a neon bit, which is not this. Maybe we have one here, maybe. Let's see, we gotta have something here, right? We do, and it's right over here. So, actually, I might be using another bit, which is this, which I believe it is a little bit longer than this one. Therefore, you see, fits a little bit better. So this is gonna be like that, and there you go. Very, very gentle. As usual, you don't want to mess anything up. Here we are. The prototype, as you can see, has a screw on the show side. You will never see that because the subsequent models, they all have the screw on the back. Check it out. Proto number 3 in the house. You get titanium spacer. That's the wow, guys, this thing is pretty neat. So let's do a little bit of tidiness right over here. We're gonna need some tweezers, of course. Oh, look at that. One roller bearing just popped out. Here we are. For a second, I had a little stroke. I'm like, oops, we're missing bearings, rollers, so which are here. Actually, we do miss one. Is one bearing missing? Oh no, a second stroke. All right, we got everything. So let's just push this thing out. We're gonna have to clean that. We're gonna clean everything right over here. So grab some rubbing alcohol like that, some microfiber cloth. like so, and just a little bit of that. We're gonna start from the blade today. Look at this. Which, by the way, this blade is it's something like, of course, the Proto has nothing going on, but has a double swedge, which is just incredible. I believe this is S90V. There is no, in the box, there is no label. I'm gonna see if I can find something. Anyways, let's just clean everything nicely here. It was a while that wasn't being cleaned, I guess, right? So, oh, look at this, neat. You have a 3 also right there. You have the roller symbol going on. Skeletonization, of course. Very good. Very, very, very nice. And the scale one is done. Let's do the second one. And then we're gonna tackle the hardware. So let's just go like this, clean that. There you go. So this is pretty much done. I love it so much. That's beautiful. This is 3D double skeletonized. That's a pretty one. Next, I'm just gonna do this pivot, which is nasty. I'm just gonna do this so I can just clean the thread. Here we're gonna clean this side of the screw. I like to do a little bit more, kind of like something like this, you see, like that, just a little bit also on the thread inside. And that is done. That is done. Let's clean this guy. Okay, spacer also in place. And we're gonna do these guys. And that is it. So I'm just gonna do like this. I'm just gonna soak them in alcohol. Just cleaning this, the pin right there. This guy can actually already go in its place. Here we have these, which we can just pop out of the cage, kind of cage, open cage. Here we are. Tiny, smaller than the, for example, Neon NL. If you check, you can also check that maintenance video and see how beautiful that Neon is. I mean, it's several years after this one, so of course, naturally, there has been improvements, but these are smaller. If I'm not mistaken, of course, guys. Oh, look at that. That thing, holy, you wanted to escape. Anyways, like this, I'm trying to remove like the grease, okay, from them, just dragging them around. And here, these guys, now we can just dry them off. There we are. So just clean like so. Then we are pretty much good to go, guys. Let's bring them here. Okay, so we can start from this side with the. So you don't see two things which you usually see in the custom division, and are the captive pivot and the pivot collar. So these two things are missing. This is a prototype, guys. So it's not like a finite product, let's say. So here we're gonna need the aid of 2. Maybe in this case, leave the pivot out because it's gonna be easier to do something like so. You see, you just have it there and this goes back. And then you can move it a little bit. Oh, but this is rock and rolling, so it's not going to be easy because this is just rocking. So let me do a little trick right here. So we have this guy, and now it's not going anywhere. Okay, and one by one, you just insert these rollers in place. It's a very zen process, very, you can meditate, you can focus, you can unwind, you can actually be in the moment. Because this is a practice of awareness, which I love, and it's a practice of, steadiness, patience, and it requires you to be there. So you can't just be distracted, or you cannot be doing something else. You cannot be multitasking when you do this. So you got to be here. Therefore, you're going to practice presence. You're going to practice awareness of what you're doing. Like in this case, you see, I'm taking this roller bearing, I'm using these tweezers, and I am just finishing this cage on this side. So you are always aware, you're always present. I'm gonna use 10 weight, why not? I'm gonna use 1, 2, and 3 drops, a little bit on the D10 ball, and then it's done. So this is right over here, like it. We are going to do blade like so, but we're going to do the stop pin also and lock the blade in place like so. I'm doing this because in this case we have a cage which is the same size as the pivot, so it's gonna work. So you start and you just do the second side, which I just said it's gonna work, you see. So it's not gonna work because this guy, it's higher. So you see, it doesn't really go. So okay, we have another approach here. So if we cannot do that, we're gonna do another way around. So we're gonna use this side. You see, it's much easier to approach because you have room actually, so you can do it. So you're gonna think, how are you gonna sandwich this? Yeah, we're gonna lube this side. So we're gonna create some surface tension, which is gonna keep these little cylinders glued to this side. So this is my theory, and we're gonna try to see if it works or if it doesn't. Here you go. How cool is this proto, guys? Let me know in the comments, because really, you don't really see this thing ever. I think there's 5 of those, but the informations I got are, I don't know, I need to check, maybe. Here we go. So nice, very nice indeed. And we're gonna do 1, 2, 3 big drops this time. Yeah, these are big drops. But we want to be 100% sure that the oil is penetrating everywhere and it's keeping these guys in place while we sandwich everything back together. Let's go. And boom. There you go, guys. So just hold it there. Stay there. Don't go anywhere, please. So we got that in. And the handle screw now is in. No need to over tighten for now. Pivot screw is back in place like so. We can actually use this thing, disengage the lock, just keep it pressed from the back. Okay, now we're gonna tune it in a second. So we're gonna actually just tighten the handle. Looks already too tight. There's no blade plate. So let me just undo this side. Actually, let's center this thing, if we can, of course. And like, let's see. I'd like to have the pivot. So this is over. Okay. So let's just push it out. There we go. So this is how I do to line up the pivot. All right. So it's like there. Okay. So it's undone. So you just turn it counterclockwise, and then you hope that you get to the point. Something like that, maybe. Right. So there you go. So way too tight. Definitely way too tight. This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about. This is some nice action. There's a little bit of plate. Let me close this a little bit more. Something like that. Now it's solid. Here you go. Of course, this is not like drop shot as you would expect from a bigger blade, because it's a smaller one, but I can assure you that this thing is smooth. And it's a fantastic one. So there you have it. Really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned.